Well, hello, you guys. It's been quite a while since I've posted a video, but I wanted to do an update and kind of wanted to reintroduce myself because I've noticed I've got a lot of new subscribers. So hello, new subscribers, and to everybody that has kind of toughed it out with me like over these years. But I wanted to kind of reintroduce myself and kind of get back sort of in the swing of things and kind of explain like where I've been for the past year because it has been a while since I posted. So my name is Jennifer. Hello. Shrinking Jen is my channel. I started it way back when I had VSG surgery back in January of 2017. I had a high weight of 261 pounds at that time. And I ended up having a lot of acid reflux issues, and I ended up getting like this Barrett's esophagus, and so it was really bad. So even though I was losing weight really well, everything was going good. When I got down to 175 pounds, was about at the 3-year mark, I ended up having a revision surgery from VSG, vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I had the revision to a gastric bypass RNY surgery, and that was primarily to try to solve, I had a hiatal hernia, so they were going to try to solve this problem with this, talking extreme acid reflux, enough for it to cause Barrett's esophagus, which is like precancerous cells in the esophagus. So it was really serious, and it was keeping me up at night. I was like, I kind of had like the worst symptoms, that you could possibly imagine. And so I did have that surgery when I was at about 175 pounds, which was 3 years after having VSG. And I am now, would you believe, it has now been 6 years since I had my original VSG surgery and over 3 years since I had gastric bypass. And so here I am. Like I said, highest weight ever was 261 pounds. So where am I today? So today, I actually weigh 161 pounds. So like maybe 162, but when I weighed myself a day ago, I was 161, but I have fallen like below. So that's like 100-pound weight loss that I've been able to lose and maintain for the 6 years. The lowest weight I've ever gotten down to was 154 pounds. I think it was 154. And that was actually kind of during like a really hard time. So it wasn't necessarily like the best like situation for me for health-wise. It was because I was taking a medication that was making my stomach upset. And so it was like, that was kind of recent. It was due to pain medications that were upsetting my stomach. But where have I been for the past year? So if you looked at my last videos, you saw that I got hurt really badly back in May of 2021. Now today is March 19th, 2023. So in a couple months, it'll be my 2-year anniversary from a pretty bad injury, which was a dog bite. And it is coincidentally that dog that bit me that just jumped up on the couch next to me. She is still with us and she is doing okay. She's still having some issues, some medical issues as well, which is what led to the dog bite. But she broke my arm pretty badly, and it was just, bad things ever since then. And so I am still suffering. I have very little use of my right hand still, and the worst part of this whole thing is developing a chronic pain condition called CRPS, or complex regional pain syndrome. So I'm in chronic pain, but a lot of things have happened like since I posted last, and I have unfortunately I did lose my job. They held it for me for as long as they could. And then in October, I was finally terminated because my doctor would not release me to return, which at the time was absolutely devastating. But now in retrospect, I realize that there's no way that I could have performed the job at any level. And I had been a court clerk. So it was a career that I loved and very much enjoyed and made very good money and benefits for my family. But yes, I did lose my job. And that's been quite the journey. So I've been basically at home going through treatments and pain management and getting a lot of nerve blocks. And I just actually had surgery at Stanford 2 weeks ago where I had the radial nerve, which runs like right here. I actually had a decompression surgery. I have my post-op tomorrow, but look at how good it looks. Look at that. Do you see the scar? And I'm sorry if that is gross for some people. I know some people are kind of squeamish, but it still has these two little strings poking out the sides right here. So I assume that tomorrow at post-op, she's going to do something and remove those strings. But she found that my radial nerve was compressed, and so she released it, hoping to reduce some of the pain, severe pain, like in my hand and forearm and in my other arm and my feet, and it's like spread all over. And so it's like CRPS is like no joke. But one thing that I have definitely been finding is how having a chronic pain condition and all of the medications affects my appetite in a very big way. And so that is actually, I hate to say, but that has actually made it a lot easier for me to keep my weight down. But what I really appreciate is how much I learned from all of the nutrition classes before I had surgery about trying to get the most nutrition for the smallest amount of food, because I'm not able to cook very complex meals, like maybe like making like an egg on the stove. You know, I can do like some things, but more limited. I do mostly like grab and go foods. And so realizing how to really get nutrition from small amounts as a weight loss surgery patient, and having that tiny little tummy. And I still absolutely feel restriction. I can eat basically anything that's presented to me. I don't have any reactions to food, but the quantity of food is still limited. And so that is a very, very good thing. Some things I just naturally don't really drink or eat a lot of. I like carbonated drinks. I still kind of avoid carbonated only as like a treat, and it will take me like a whole day to drink one part of a can of soda. I mean, I don't think I've ever, since surgery, drank a whole can of soda. But have like a little few sips of a soda. But that's kind of like the main thing that I actually try to avoid is soda. Alcohol, and alcohol. So soda and alcohol are the two things that I really avoid. But this video was really about reintroducing myself to everybody, just to kind of get an idea of who this lady is that's been making all these videos. I think I've got like 60 plus videos now, showing from when I first had surgery at 260 pounds and all the way down, losing that 100 pounds and having a little bit of regain and then coming back down, and just my journey, my growth, the changes that have occurred just in my life, and just the profound difference that I am today than I was 6 years ago. And just the fact that 6 years have now passed since I not only started this channel, but that is when I was a completely different person in this completely different body. So I'm definitely grateful for having the surgeries and having like the support of my community. You guys have been so wonderful. But I do want to get a little bit more back into making videos about kind of more of like maintenance. And also, you know, I think that we're all sort of worried about the economy and rising inflation and the cost of items, and, you know, and bigger threats that, you know, are kind of like maybe looming, and some fears. And so one thing that I have been personally doing is sort of kind of preparing for those things. And because of being a weight loss surgery patient and just having a smaller appetite, what things that I have been kind of keeping a little extra of, just in case I'm not able to get to the grocery store. But it also has to do with preparing for, I was already preparing, I've kind of been sort of like an emergency preparedness kind of person, where I was aware that because of where I live in the mountains, we have a lot of power outages, and we have times where it's more difficult to get out of our streets. Sometimes our road gets blocked. So I've always tried to keep a little bit of extra food like in the house for my family in case of different circumstances. But now realizing how really that really paid off with having a really significant income drop. So being prepared for job loss or natural disasters, or just, you know, with the banking stuff going on, just in case you, for some reason you can't get your money or you can't use your card or your card gets declined or the power is out at the grocery store. And, you know, there's just a lot of new things and new challenges that we're facing now that I never really thought about way back. And so I kind of want to get into that a little bit, not like a ton like into that, but just a little bit of preparedness for our circumstance of being a weight loss surgery patient, and just kind of like the needs that we have that are different than like the average person. And also we have families, so sometimes, you know, we need to prepare for other people in our households too. But how do we do that? Well, like when they say, you know, one of the common food things to save is like beans and rice. Well, that's not very good for someone that's just had weight loss surgery. So beans and rice isn't the best, you know, food. But anyway, so it's like how we need to focus on high protein foods, not high carb foods. That's what I was getting at with that. But anyway, so I'm just kind of wanting to come back and just kind of say hello to everybody and kind of reintroduce myself. And hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to get some more videos up, and hopefully you'll stay tuned and take a look at those. I very much encourage you, if you're new to my channel, to look back at the beginning and kind of start from the beginning and see this progress, because it's definitely been a journey. And I don't know if you can hear, but my husband and we've got some baby chicks that we're gonna, you know, raise for eggs, because my husband has always wanted to kind of do a little bit more of like the homesteading lifestyle, and that's kind of like our future plan, like once we're able to kind of both retire. But yeah, we've got baby chicks that were born on March 1st. Like I said, today's March 19th. So they're just about 3 weeks old. And so they are noisy little chickies, but you can probably hear them. But anyway, so I will let you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye.